Hi guys, I hope this is okay. I've managed to lose my tripod somehow. I don't know how. We had the boiler changed the last couple of days, so things have been moved around, so I'm guessing I've put it somewhere and it's gone forever now. Weird stuff like that happens in this house. You put something down and it reappears months, years later. In the weirdest places. Something my dad lost. I don't know if it was his phone, he lost it, and it ended up in a pan drawer in the kitchen in a sieve colander thing. Who knows how it happens in this house? Just weird stuff happens. I don't know if it's because we're back onto a graveyard. Possibly somebody thinks it's fun. I don't know. I suppose it fits kind of okay with the theme of this video. It's paranormal experiences. I thought, since it's almost Halloween and it's the creepiest time of the year and things are getting spooky, I'll talk about a couple of paranormal experiences. I would love to hear yours. I really would love to hear yours, especially if around this time of year you find that weird things happen more, or if you get spookier things happening. It's supposed to be the time of the year when the veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, so spirits and ghosts and fairies and all that magical stuff can more easily communicate with us. So I'd love to know if you get weirder stuff happening at this time of year. I've always kind of been a bit of a creep, so stuff's kind of always happened to me all the time. I don't know if I fully believe in ghosts. Even after all the things that have happened to me, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know if I don't know if it's just energy more than anything else, you know? Whether it's not like somebody physically haunting. I don't know if it's just like energy passing through. I don't know. But I thought I would choose 3 of the creepier things that have happened to me to talk about today, since it's almost Halloween. The first one was when I was 5 years old. I came down to my mum and dad. It was around Christmas time. It was either Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, or the day of Boxing Day. And I said to my mum and dad, Nanny just came to see me. And they were just like, what? And I said, Nanny just came to see me. She gave me a kiss, said that she loved me, and she smelled like lemons. And they were just like, what? And then it turned out then that she died on Boxing Day. So I don't know if it was the day before, a couple of days before, or the day of Boxing Day. She came to see me. She absolutely loved me. So she came to say goodbye to me, I think. But they were just like, what the hell? You know, this kid's a creep. And it turned out the lemon smell was... she couldn't really drink, I don't think. So they were giving her these sticks with sponges on, and like to suck to get a bit of moisture. And it turned out she'd got lemon flavoured ones, so they were even more like, what the hell? So that creeped out my parents a bit. And then this next one, it's got to be about 12 or more years ago now. We had 2 dogs at the time that I took round to the graveyard at the back of us, because our house backs onto a graveyard and we are probably 2 foot from somebody's grave at the end of our garden. So I guess some people find it really creepy. I used to be frightened and find it creepy as a kid, but now it doesn't bother me at all. We've never had anything bad because of it. And they make the best neighbours because they're so quiet. So I went there the one day with the dogs. My nan and granddad are buried there. My great nan and granddad are buried there. And my dad's friend is buried there, just behind my great nan and granddad. So when I go and put flowers on my nan and granddad's, my great nan and granddad's, I usually put some on my dad's friend's grave, because he never used to go around there, and he would always talk about him still. I missed him so much. So whenever I was there, I put some on for him, and I think his family moved away, so I don't think anybody came and saw him that much. So it was nothing for me to put some on his as well. So I'd done my nan and granddad, my great nan and granddad. I just got to his grave, and I don't know if I just bent down to put the flowers on, or if I put the flowers on and I was just standing up. But you know when you can feel someone like watching you or coming towards you. I just suddenly, well, no, before that, the dogs had started. When we just got to his grave, the dogs started like crying and whimpering, and I just thought they wanted to go. You know, I'm spending too long. They want to go home, and they were just like crying and whimpering and starting to do this little kind of howling thing that they'd never done before, and that in itself was a bit creepy. But then I was bending down, messing about, whatever, and then I felt somebody there, and I could sort of see at the corner of my eye somebody, and something was coming towards me really quickly, and I thought, oh, I'm in the way. So I tried to stand up and turn around to get out of the way, even though there was nothing in the way really. That I don't know where they would have been going, but still, in that second, I thought, oh, I'm in the way. I turned up, I stood up and turned around, and just as I turned round, this like, how would you describe it? It was like a shadow. Shut up. It was like a shadow thing, like a black thing, just slammed into me, and it winded me for a couple of seconds, and then it was gone, and it was just, oh, the feeling of it. Honestly, it was the nastiest, creepiest feeling. It was horrible. And yeah, Joey's agreeing. He doesn't know, you weren't there. Yeah, I can't explain what that was. I physically saw it as I turned round, and I physically felt it hit me, and I was winded for a couple of seconds. I've never dragged those poor dogs out of anywhere so quick in my life. We were gone, and I have never, never, never gone back there. When it's getting towards night time, it was around sunset, so I always go morning or afternoon, like early afternoon. I don't go there when it's that time now. It's never happened before or since, but I'm worried about it happening again, so I don't go there anyway. But it was horrible. I can't explain what the hell that was, but it scared me. It was horrible. And then the third one that I'm going to talk about, the last one, we had moved over to Birmingham. It was about 6 or 8 years ago, something like that now. It's a while ago. We always used to walk around Sutton Park, and Sutton Park's massive, and we've been around quite a few bits of it. We used to walk there for hours, spend hours there walking, and I used to go on my own as well sometimes, so it wasn't unusual for me to be walking around there on my own for a bit. And then sometimes Chrissy would get dropped off there on his way home from work, and we'd just carry on walking, come and meet me, and we'd walk. And then we actually had our hand fasting in one part of Sutton Park because we loved it that much. But there's always been this one part that I hate, and I don't like to go near there. And I always kept saying to Chrissy, please, I don't want to go in that bit. And I always say to him, like, are you sure no one's been murdered here or killed in this part or something? There's something horrible about this one part. And it's like an avenue, there's a path, and there's trees either side, but it's so dark in there. Even in the height of summer, that part is darker than the rest of the place, and it's got this horrible feeling. We went there with our nieces once. We took them down to a play park at the bottom of that, and there were so many people around. It was warm, there was people everywhere. You know, we were having a good time. We were playing about with them, laughing, and walking back through there as well. And I still had that horrible feeling in that bit. It was just such a feeling that makes you kind of just want to run and get out of there as quick as possible. Like the thought that someone's lurking or I don't know, it's a horrible feeling. But I never liked to go there. I kept saying to Chrissy, there's something about this bit, I don't like it. And I kept saying, are you sure nothing's happened here? I could just feel it in the, I don't know whether it's the energy of the area or whatever. I don't know if it's like, because something traumatic happened there, it imprinted on the energy of that place. I don't know. But I'm a weirdo and I pick up on these things a lot. So it was normal for me to feel something off if something was off. And the one day I was thinking, I'm going to go and walk in the park, like on my own. And I got this feeling and just this image in my head that if I went there, somebody would creep up on me and smother me, kind of feeling. Like it was either strangle or smother. It was something like, I don't know, but I got the feeling like in my soul, if I went, that would be the last thing I did. If I went there that day, that I would die. It was a horrible feeling. I was just like, okay, I won't go then. And obviously I didn't go and I'm alive. But I decided then to Google if anyone had died there, because I thought, has something happened there, and like somebody's got away with something and maybe they're lurking back around there again or something, if that was what it was. I don't know, but I googled like murders in Sutton Park and I couldn't find anything. And then I kind of got onto like Birmingham murders, local murders, and I thought, oh, I'll look at that, because I'm interested in true crime. I like a bit of local history. I'll have a look. But none of them had a title or anything. I think it was just like dates or numbers or something. But I just scrolled through and just randomly clicked on one, like a few pages down. I just clicked on one, and it happened to be a little boy who was murdered in Sutton Park. And I was just like, what now? When I searched murders in Sutton Park, nothing came up. So I was a bit like, well, how can that be then if it's that? But I think it's because they dumped his body just outside of Birmingham, kind of, might have even been like Warwickshire way. And they're not sure if they killed him elsewhere or if they did kill him in the park. So I think that's why it's not 100% if he was killed there or not. But it turned out he was on his way home from school. This poor little lad, he was riding his bike home from school around 3:30, 4, I'm guessing. It's always been around like late afternoon, 5 o'clock-ish time that I felt it's the creepiest in there. Well, you can still see in there, but it's slightly darker and it's getting darker, and I don't like that at all. There's something about that part. I just always felt someone lurking, watching, and just a nasty feel. So it was around that time. The poor little lamb was on his way home from school on his bike, and this day there happened to be an absolute weirdo lurking and waiting, I'm guessing, to snatch a child. And this poor little lad happened to be the one. They were in a car, I think it was him and another guy, and he is still in Broadmoor now, I believe, or he's dead and the other guy's in Broadmoor. It was not long ago. The guy was I think there was something going on with Broadmoor. He was involved with something. There was a bit of a scandal, something going on, I don't know. But he was involved with that. This creep was lurking there, and I think he got another guy. I'm sure there was two. And they snatched him, and they did awful, awful things to him in a car in that part of Sutton Park that I hate. And they don't know then if they killed him there or elsewhere. But I thought that was the creepiest thing, that I've always felt something about that area. And the first thing I clicked on was this little lad who died there in that same area. I thought it was the weirdest thing, and it kind of like it creeped me out a little bit. And I just sort of thought maybe it was the little lad, just, like, I'm here, this is what happened to me, this is why you feel this here, because this is what they did to me, kind of thing. I don't know, but so sad and awful, and nobody knows about it by the sound of it, which I think so. I can understand for the family, you don't want people poking their nose in. I can understand that, especially when you just want to forget about what happened to your baby, but it's sad also that people don't know about it, because I think people would like to put flowers and stuff for him, maybe. I don't know. I can understand why they don't want people getting involved and interfering and whatnot, but I don't know. I just thought that was really weird. So I would love to know your paranormal experiences, especially if you find you get weirder stuff happening at this time of year. I would really love to know. I'd love to know all your Halloween plans as well, what you're doing for decorating and what you're doing this year if you're not able to go out trick-or-treating or whatever you do. I would love to know what you're doing. How are you celebrating this year, especially because of things being the way they are? I would love to know. So, yeah. Please like, share, subscribe. Come and join us on Facebook. Come and tell me all of your creepy plans, all of your creepy experiences. I would love to know. So, yeah. I hope this entertained you a little bit and got you in the spooky mood. I would love to hear all of your experiences. Please do let me know. And I hope to see you soon. Bye!